Hey guys, I want to welcome you today to a very special message. It's how we're going to integrate these light codes now, okay? Because I feel like a lot of work. Oh guys, can you turn that down for me? Let's get this turned down a little bit. It's a little bit loud so you guys can hear. Thank you. I feel like a lot of guys, hold on. Thank you. I feel like a lot is talked about during Lionsgate, but then it's like, okay, well, what happens afterwards? We need to integrate the codes. We need to ground them. We need to allow the transformation. We need to allow the new patterning. We need to start creating it with our energy. We're going to start doing this. I don't know if that got any quieter. Okay. Okay. We're back. Now, so I officially started working on this message before I started working on my house because I've been called to do some more work on my house. This is how it goes. We're going to do some work in our environment to level it up. We do work within and then we do work without. So I received part of the message and part of the other message, but then I was called to stop everything that I was doing, put up one part, which I did, and then get to work on this part and then share them all together. And I was like, in the middle of all this renovations, in the middle of all this work here, yep, this is how things go down. Things go down real and raw here. This is authentic. And we will always work with our authenticity and creating with the integrity of our light. This is where we ask the divine to work with us. And this is doing our part. And I want to thank you guys for being here. And I really want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. I want to share these messages. I want to get them out. So we're integrating these codes and we need to understand what integrating these codes means. We need to be kind with ourselves. We need to really be kind with ourselves right now. And what's happening, we need to be kind to body. And to what's new for you. Don't be afraid of what's new for you. And don't be afraid that you're high vibe if you're high vibe and everyone around you isn't. Or, you need to be reminded to be high vibe. We need to stay in high vibe with a high vibe charge. We are the positive tetrahedron, guys. We are the positive tetrahedron in the negative situations going on around us. We need to hang tight with our light. But we need to be kind to self right now. The message is to be kind to self right now and let these codes integrate and allow yourself to feel with the new. And I sure know that I feel new. Like, I feel the new. And some spectacular things have happened in my universe. I got to see the sun in the sky for the first time ever. All this smoke of all these fires burning down finally cleared. And on the 8/8, portal day, I got to sit outside with the sun and I got to get my light codes and I was lit. And then of course that day also with the new moon, my period showed up and everything is in aligning with the moon, the feminine. And if you're a fellow feminine joining in here, that's something that is quite spectacular to see our connection to the sky. And I still know that there have been some negative things shared about the moon, but I don't resonate with it. And I'm going to stay where I resonate. I'm going to stay in my lane, guys. I work with the moon. I'm going to continue to work with the moon. I'm going to stay in my lane and I'm going to do what resonates with my heart. And I will always honor the expansion. I will always honor being empty to be filled back up. But that's on my time. That's with my expansion. And I'm going to believe in what I've been shown. Because I'm creating with experience. I'm creating with the experience. And I have not felt this way. The moon is a light for me. And a light in the dark, a connection to a heart beating to a heart, a connection to my twin flame, a connection to my father, a connection to myself. And I know that there's a lot of misinformation out there. And there's a lot of tricks being played. And I don't want to fall for the tricks. So I'm going to honor what I see. And that's going to be honored here. I always want to create with compassion. And I want to create with kindness. But we're going to hang tight with with where we're going, and I want to get to these messages. Now, this is the biggest message right here. It was received when I worked on actually one of the parts that we're not going to share. This was one of the cards that I received. And it was twice within the reading. But we're not going to put that part up. We're moving on. So, grandfather provider. So this is what has been being provided for us during our times of the struggle, because many of us are being caught in the struggle. So this is the time we're in. We're in the time of being showed with these light codes and how to integrate them, how we are being provided for. And this is the message. We are being gifted, and the gift is sweet grass. Now, we are working with the sun. We are working and being provided by grandfather, the provider. We know the sun is the masculine, right? And then as well, we have the element of air. So we're working with the element of air, and we're working with the sun. And this also is connected to Mars and the sun. And this is, we're healing with force. And we're healing, our mind is healing with our actions. Our thoughts are healing with our force. Confirmation right there, guys. It's all going down. Guys, since we sat down today, everything is, moss to a flame, everything's happened. You name it, it's happened. So what? Don't answer it. It was just confirmation from the universe. That's all it was about. Now, grandfather, provider, gift, sweetgrass. Provider nurtures, respects all life. Tall in the sweetgrass, gentle light. Care for yourself, learn the love, find happiness from high above. And that's what we're doing. We're finding happiness from high above, but here, in the middle world, okay? Sweetgrass. A long grass grows in hidden places where there is sufficient moisture. It is becoming quite rare now, owing to the increased use of remaining lands for ranching. Now the reason why, right, we're healing, increased lands for ranching, we're destroying natural habitat to continue for our meat consumption, and that's why you see so many on the path go vegan and or plant-based, right? Vegetarian, start off going, more vegetarian, then start going more towards the vegan end of things, because we're called to do this, because this is the patterning needed to heal the earth. And spreading cities, of course. So it's not just farming, ranching, it's also spreading cities, and we're going to honor that too, these metropolises. Spreading cities. Towns growing into cities. All right. Sweetgrass is traditionally braided, symbolizing the weaving together of all that is good, gentle, and pure in life, which is everything that we've been working on finding and achieving. When it burns, it gives off a wonderfully sweet-smelling smoke. It retains an aroma for up to a year and is used in many blessing ceremonies. Guys, this has something to do with our frequency and our magnetism to all coming together as one. But it has to do with healing with the element of air, sweetgrass. All right? So, this is saying we're all coming together. We're braided, symbolizing the weaving together of all that is. There's so much symbolism in there. I mean, we could go on this for I feel like, for a good hour, from everything that we've been doing alone with going to the center and going to the center again and becoming a part of it all and going to the center again, right? So, we're being gifted. And it's connected to the sweet nectars of life. Grandfather Provider's message. The teaching I have for you is to have gratitude and respect for all that is given to you. Take nothing for granted in all areas of life. Take only what you need and nothing more. Providers must ensure that everyone is fed before eating themselves. What kind of provider are you for those in your care? The provider must determine the need, spiritual, mental, emotional, or physical. Nurture, love, happiness, and security. Such are the needs of everyone. How do you care for yourself? Do you eat wholesome food? Take enough exercise? Get rest? Give yourself quiet time to reflect, meditate, and nurture your inner being. Do you honor the feminine? This is all about actions, but how do you honor the feminine? Not overtake. We're not in our impulses. We're not in greed here. We're not overtaking. We're actually becoming part of the providers. And that's what we came here to do as Starseed Twin Flames, to become providers. You know, we're walking mini divine universes, connecting to continue to create anew. And we have a humble charge with that. And we also to honor what it takes to do this. This is not easy, but nothing worth doing is ever easy. And this is worth doing, and this is the time we're in. And this is also understanding too. We're going to understand the masculine a little bit more. We're going to understand the father. We're going to understand this. Take this purifying, protective sweetgrass. It is a healing medicine, and it also provides nests for small creatures, food for animals, our connection to the nest in the Four of Swords. And guys, all these cards that I showed you today all came out into the two parts of this reading. It may be, I will just air them for anybody who wants to watch them and feels called to. But it's funny because I thought I was missing one of the cards, but I wasn't really missing one of the cards. That's what led me on this chase. From the light tarot, it was actually the 7 energy from the 7 energies deck, but they're all new. But this is how it works. I followed the call, and the call led me here, and I was always supposed to be here today. And it's evident. Take this purifying, protective sweetgrass. It is a healing medicine, and it also provides nests for small creatures, food for animals. Its sweet fragrance fills the air, bringing you a time of gentleness, like sitting in a meadow at peace with the whole of nature and the world. And there's nothing like sweetgrass. I use it all the time in that black little pot that I have, and it smelled the aroma, it elevates. It's inspiring, and it also it fills you in a way, of course, like sweet things do. This is also we're not going to lack responsibility and gratitude towards the things that we are connected to and need to care for. And we're being pointed in that direction of what that means. I just want to say that it is connected to the activation of the rainbow warriors, the rainbow children, the children of the sun. And guys, when I received these downloads and had these experiences, the biggest thing that was relayed to me, that no matter what, to believe in my twin story and to believe in how beautiful that was. And to not look in it in an older 3D way, like it all working out like a movie, but to honor the beautiful story that's being created here for what it is, and to create with it like it's a muse, and to honor that, and to honor that, yes, it does mean something. It does mean something. We know we're working with the tower, but we're going underground here. We've gone underground. And this has to do with, we are working with this untapped energy and expanding with our light body. We're still doing this. This has to do with all these light codes we just have to receive. And whatever is happening, we now have a choice. We now have a choice, working with the mother, working with the water element here, in order to expand here and nurture ourselves. We're working with Cancer here. We're also working with the moon. This is the red goddess, but it's all to achieve our divine inheritance. This is about our great fortunes, our splendid opportunities coming to fruition. And it has to do with this message. And I'm being called to go here. This means something. Oh, let me get it straight. Sorry, Teal Swan. Let me get it straight, girl. Oh, look at that. There's a card. This is what I mean about cards going missing. And them ending up. So this is about our alignment with fire. This is how I thought that other card was missing to begin with. So funny, guys. So funny. The creator has a sense of humor. As we should too. And please bear with me, guys. Like, even responding to your messages, and just like I've been going through it too, just like the rest of you. And this has been one. Wow, like I don't even feel like I've been here half the time. I feel like I've been all. I don't even know where I've been. Time doesn't even exist for me anymore. Time does not even exist for me anymore. All right, guys. What is this? Well, right into my lap. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? And yes, there's drilling in the background. Time to play. And then look. Our change is not going to feel so yucky when we... This is going to allow us heightened emotional expression because we're healing with our emotional imprinting, our wounding. Joy, we've returned to source. We've got new beginnings, right? Return to source, new beginnings, and joy. That was the alchemy of words. Through gratitude, there's transcendence. All right, guys, let's break this all down. We're gonna break this all down, and we're gonna expand off this. Part of it will be here, and there is gonna be one part from our from the actual message that I was called to do the first time, and the rest is creating anew today in order to receive this message. See you at our next part.